Are we live? I feel like every single video lately I'm starting with, are we live? Are we? But yes, we are.
I've
Hello,
seen a few.
everyone.
I've seen a few.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you'd think I'd get better with the entertainment industry, but at the end of the day, designers were meant to be behind the camera, not in front of the camera. But okay, hi everyone, welcome back. As I mentioned last week, we're only going to be doing 3 live videos a week from now on. Shelton has a suggestion for me. I think he's come across a couple of issues that our customers have seen. We'll get into that now. But yeah, so that's why he is here with me today. And yeah, Shelton, what's up? What are our customers struggling with this week? Tell me, lay it on me.
Yeah, so firstly, hi again, Trudi, and thank you for having me back. You by now, like I always mention this, but you know how much I love these. Like damn, it's just being able to talk to the people, have informing our clients and the things that they need to know. I can say it's nothing short of an honor,
Wow,
but
yeah. And you love being in the spotlight, you know?
like I'm really in the wrong trade. Like imagine me on like Scandal or Izidingo. I feel like I'd kill it.
Igoli. Igoli. Does Igoli still exist? Oh my gosh.
Igoli City of Gold. I think it used to show on Mnet, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're way
But
back.
I'm thinking like Avengers. I'll be like in Avengers 4, you know?
Ooh, yeah. You would have made a very good Black Panther, I think.
That that or a captain. I'll be like a captain South Africa. You know what I mean?
Captain South Africa.
Uh,
I love
Imagine
it.
that. But like you did mention though, there are some things that I've seen some clients are struggling with, right? So more specifically, banner artwork, right? So yeah, as the people and as our clients know, and some that don't know, but we do offer a wide range of banner products, and there are usually now some of those banner products where designing the artwork it's not really straightforward, and it is something that does does take quite it takes a while to get used to, you know. So
Mm.
is there maybe a way that you could just help the clients on how to prepare the banner artwork and how best to make it print ready, because usually what we try to do, we really want to avoid artwork problems being constantly reported. So there's that, but the main thing is we want the final product to be exactly what the client is looking for,
Mm.
so this is why we have such strict rules in place. So
Yeah.
maybe you could help us out on that one.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's true. We have a lot of banners. So guys, first thing is we offer templates for these. We don't expect that you just kind of, you know, imagine it into existence. We do offer templates. So I think on most of the products we can check now, I'll share my screen. You should be able to download them. Let's see. All right, cool. So obviously, you know, the websites. I've already opened a couple of tabs now while Shelton was speaking. So for most of these, here you go. You'll see you can download the templates on the websites. But if you find that there is a product that maybe you're struggling with the template, you can ask us. We can help you. And with all of these, we do offer also design services. So if you're not keen on tackling this yourself, by all means, make use of our design services. It's a lot quicker, and we obviously know what we're doing. I think yeah, so we offer a huge variety of banners. You know, we have PVC banners, shark fin banners, pop-up banners, wind cheater banners, X banners. It's never ending. So please feel free to go ahead and check out on the website what we do offer. I'm sure there will be something for everyone. But I think the one that we have most often is pull-up banners. I think pull-up banners are probably the most popular. So this is typically what the templates will look like. This, for example, is the X banner template. You'll see it has the little holes already kind of there for you, so you can see where to design and where not to include your text and stuff, because we don't want to puncture a hole through something that's important. And it includes the bleed. So all of our banners are easy to use. All the templates are easy to use. So for example, this horseshoe banner, you'll see the outline, which is the black line, and then the red. What's the English term for it? I'm thinking in Afrikaans now. Stippelline, the dotted line. There we go. Multilingual. Yeah, the red dotted line is basically any important information should not be outside of outside of that boundary, if that makes sense, because that's where some of the stitching happens and stuff. So most of them are pretty self-explanatory. Here are hard banners. If you struggle, if you're not sure which way around, for example, we do have with the hard banners, clients often asking, okay, but which way around should this be designed? Just refer to the website and take a look at the mock-up that we do have for you. So that should show you, okay, so the thinner side should be down, so you can create an extra canvas in Illustrator and switch it around and replicate your design, whichever you want to do. If you want to have the same on both sides, it's up to you. Yeah, and the same goes for pretty much all of our templates. You can duplicate them if it's double-sided. If it's single-sided, then this will suffice. But for example, the pull-up banner, let's start with that. Typically, this is a single-sided artwork. So let me just get the product open here. Here we go. Okay, so you'll see that the template says no artwork here, and we also have a little black space here. That is to account for the mechanism. So you can include a background color or a background image, for example, but you need to make sure that no logos or important text are included in those areas. But it doesn't mean that you can't design in those areas at all. So let me show you what I mean there. Shelton, you must ask me if I'm moving too fast.
No, like so far so good. I think you're trying to accommodate me as best you can by making your explanations very idiot friendly. So I'm there so far. I'm there so far.
It's not. It's just non-designer friendly, Shelton. Let's put it that way. Cool. So I've opened up all of our templates are editable with Illustrator. So as I've mentioned many times before, Illustrator is definitely the way to go. You will struggle to use our templates in software like Canva, for example. If you want to be using our templates, you need to use the proper design software. That's a solid rule. Unfortunately, we can't compromise on that. If you don't have design software, it's always best to get a designer to do it for you or to ask us to do it for you. So if we're in Illustrator, you go to File, Document Setup, and we just make sure that we add a 3 more bleed there. Let's just do a quick dummy design. I think I did download an image for this. Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to go too much into detail with what I'm doing there. Basically, I am just making sure that this image is included in the bleed. So the bleed is that red line that you'll see over there. Embedding the image, as always, very important. As long as this image, we can zoom in, is included in the bleed, then you are good to go. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to just create a quick little background block here. Eyedropper tool, maybe go for like a green or something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to move this to the back so that you can still see the little thingies we have put here. Okay, so this you can remove, but it's basically just there to show you that you shouldn't put any important information. So if you want to have like contact details, let's do quick dummy text, contact us, email address, phone number, websites. Let's make that Gotham. Make that nice and big so we can see what's going on. Cool. Sorry, I know I'm moving quite fast, but this is not necessarily a design tutorial. I just want to show you guys what we mean when we use these templates. Okay, cool. So let's say, for example, that's your information. So as I said, it's fine to include a background color or something like that in these areas. In fact, you should, because you need to make sure that it's included in the bleed, which is outside of the canvas area. But any important information, for example, this contact us, you don't want that in this area because that might interfere with the mechanism that we have here. So let's just do a quick little, I mean, this is probably like a spa and wellness, or whatever your brand is. You know, this is obviously up to you.
So Trudy, like you mentioned before, right? So the
Yeah,
same like the same print ready rules still apply. Things like the bleed you mentioned, that obviously still has to be text embedded. So everything still remains the same from things you've explained in previous videos.
exactly. So that's what I'm doing here now. I'm embedding all of my text. So create outlines. And the image I embedded as well. So that all still applies. The only difference is that you need to make sure that you know, some of these banners do have stitching, some of them have mechanisms. So there is a space, but we usually show that on the templates. For example, there's no artwork here. If you're done and you want to save this, you can just go ahead and delete that. I'm going to delete that little block. And then you know your artwork isn't going to be disappearing in the mechanism or anything like that. You can save that out as taste or whatever you want to call it. Let me just hide this. Are you guys still seeing my screen? Yes. Okay, great. So you're just going to save that as a PDF. Again, with the trim marks. Output, if it is in CMYK, you don't have to do any kind of conversion here. No warnings, and save the PDF. Cool. Might take a little longer because it is a larger file. This is large format. This banner template that I've got here, let's just put this up in centimeters. There we go. It's quite big. As you can see, it's the 90 by 225 centimeters one. So there you go. And that's a perfectly print ready pull-up banner. Also, just worth mentioning while we're on the topic, if you're going to be designing for large formats, designs like this, I definitely recommend using something like Unsplash. Unsplash has some of the largest images. This cactus image that we use now actually came from Unsplash. So if you can search for your keyword here, you know, let's say color, or actually let's say red or whatever, you can, you know, it really depends on you. You'll get a lot of cool images. And you need to make sure you make use of this download button, because that is going to download it in the highest resolution. And that is usually a pretty large image. You wouldn't necessarily have to scale that up to use that on something as large as a banner. So that makes sure that you don't have any pixelation. I mean, we can zoom in here and you'll see it doesn't pixelate until you're very close. So that's perfect.
Okay, just one quick question for us irresponsible millennials. So Unsplash is free, right?
Unsplash is totally free. You can download
Okay.
it for free. You don't need an account. You don't need anything. Yeah.
Okay. No. Just needed to know that.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Unsplash is free. You know, you do have stuff like Adobe stock images and Shutterstock, which you need an account with. You can join here if you want, but I haven't. And I've been using Unsplash for years. Pixels is also a good one, but I tend to find that Unsplash is the best if you're using super large format designs. Their images seem to be a bit bigger. So again, you can search for keywords and find different images.
Oh, okay.
And again, instead of saving it like that, make sure you use their download button, because that downloads it in a larger format. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So what you did for the pull-up banners, it's more or less, obviously, you know, the different shapes of banners and all that, but the process, the basics are still the same, I assume.
Yeah, so basically the same print ready rules apply. The only difference is that you need to make sure that you're sticking to the template that you download. So if it has a little red dotted line, make sure you keep all of your important information in the boundaries of that line. If you know, and just make sure that you have a bleed around it. So if, for example, let me just share my screen again quickly. So if, for example, you're looking at a horseshoe banner, you need to make sure that your artwork background or color background or whatever extends past this line. Always have a bleed. Always make sure it bleeds over the edge of the actual artwork, if that makes sense. And just be aware of these red dotted lines. You don't delete those. Keep it as is. Just make sure your artwork is underneath that, basically.
Okay. Yeah. So like you showed us. Thank you for showing us an Illustrator. But like for for those that obviously more into the design thing, are the processes almost similar with for example InDesign and Photoshop, or maybe with Corel Draw?
Okay. Corel Draw, to my understanding, I've never actually used Corel Draw myself. To my understanding, Corel Draw is very similar to Illustrator, so I do think the process will be quite similar. Our templates are editable in that as well. Photoshop and InDesign, as I've said in previous, you can use it, you can. But I would recommend sticking to Illustrator when it comes to print designs, unless you're designing a booklet. InDesign is made to help you design booklets and large, multiple page documents. Photoshop you can use. I do know a lot of people are very comfortable using Photoshop. The only issue there is typically people forget. Sorry, I'm just seeing one of our designer clients, Amy Justine, who is saying, not a fan of Corel Draw, but it does work. Illustrator for the win. I absolutely agree. Illustrator is for sure the best when it comes to designing for print. I personally am also not a fan of Corel Draw, but that is a designer thing. It's a personal choice. Some people love Corel Draw, some people love Adobe. I was personally educated and taught in the Adobe suite, so that's where my skills lie. Yeah, Photoshop, the only issue I have with that is it's a raster software, so it works with pixels. So I've explained this before. Vector is a lot better because that means you're probably not going to have any pixelation, especially in large format designs. And also Photoshop tends to, the automatic setting I think there is RGB. So we do get a lot of clients designing in Photoshop, but then it's actually not print ready because they haven't included the bleed, they haven't included crop marks, it's an RGB. So definitely I would say stick to Illustrator if you're going to be designing for print to do, or just print in general. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, I think on my side, yeah, it was like I said, pretty straightforward, and I think I did understand most, if not all, of how you explained it. I really hope that most, if not now, but like there may be a few things, but I guess feel like maybe that's just something I can look into in my own time. But I did, you did explain it so well. Thank you for that. And like you said,
send you a test. I'm gonna send you a test and see if you were paying attention.
Okay, just give me some time to prepare. Okay, and I promise you, I will not cheat. Okay, I'll be very integral. So give me some time, like schedule it for maybe next week. But now I'm like, thanks for that. Like I really did understand, and I hope that the clients also on their side, they were able to get more of an idea of what to do with banner templates, and maybe now even on our side, we'll be able to better explain it to the clients as well. But thank you for that.
I hope so. Cool. Just one more note. Gosh, we've been going on for forever. It's been almost a 20-minute video, but just one more note, guys. We have a new emerging markets entrepreneur episode coming out today. I'm going to be launching it probably in the next hour, so please keep an eye out for that. It's a very cool episode and it's free to watch on YouTube, so we'll include the link to that. So please go drop a like on that video, check it out. It's got really awesome information for business owners who are struggling in the current times. So go ahead and subscribe so that you can get updates, hit the bell notifications so that you get notified whenever there's a new episode uploaded. And yeah, just enjoy that content. Cool. All right, Shelton, thank you very much for joining me today and helping our clients.
Anytime, anytime.
All right. Bye, everyone. See you. I think we're having another video tomorrow with Alex this time. So see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. All right.